Hello. So how's your day? We're gonna be starting a new world today, ladies and gentlemen. For reasons that I will explain at the end of the video. But basically, let's say I just done goofed. So I'm gonna try not to show too much of the beginning parts, just because, you know, it's long. It would take me like 2 hours just to get everything settled. But I'll still show some parts just to kind of be like, hey, I'm progressing. Really? Copper. Yes. Exactly what I needed. I needed copper. I asked for copper. No. I get it. You know, it's not like, ooh. Why does it do this? Here we go. A cave. I think. I don't even have a shield, because this game won't give me iron. Because this game is like, copper? Would you like some copper with your copper, sir? Oh my gosh. Can I just find, like, one piece of iron? I don't have a shield. I literally need one piece of iron. And yet, all I see is gold! This ain't cool. I found diamonds before I found iron. Are you kidding me? Please. I just need iron. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. This is genuinely frustrating. Why is it this hard to find iron? Finally! I mean, it's only 2. But it's better than nothing. Okay, I feel a lot better with these caves now. I just realized I don't have any food. I really just decided to go mining without food, did I? Oh, I see. I think what I might do, I'm just gonna get a little bit of iron, and then I'm gonna head back up to the surface, get some stuff, and then come back down. Let's head up here and smelt this iron and get some food. Oh, there's a village. Nice. Don't have food. Ooh. Ooh. Be ready to go mining. Oh, you know what? I forgot to mention. So for this world, we're having the same rules as last time with the previous world. So no netherite, no potions, or one thing I forgot or didn't realize was that suspicious stew has potion effects. So we're going to ban that as well. Golden apples are okay. That's okay. And then the third rule, no abusing glitches of any kind. I mostly just do this just because, again, just to reiterate this, is that I put these rules in place, just to make the game more fun for me. Yeah, that's it. I find it more fun whenever the game is harder. Mostly in the later portions, not necessarily in the earlier portions. The earlier portions are already hard enough. So... yeah. Ooh. Okay! Got melon seeds, too. Honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, I should probably go ahead and explain the whole ordeal with the previous world. So, my plan is that I was going to make a recap of, essentially, the progress that I had made over the world, and then continue going on with the progress, because I had fallen a bit behind on that. Well, while going through footage, I had completely forgotten that I tried looking for an ancient city in my spawn chunks, Couldn't find one, so I put the seed into a new world, threw in a command that tried to find an ancient city. And, well, spoiler alert, there was not an ancient city within spawn chunks. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know how on earth I forgot about that. But I don't let that slide in my book. I slipped up, I made a mistake, and, well, we're gonna start over. Even though it's something like that, it's like, I could get rid of the coordinates, but it just feels wrong to have just done that. Like, even if it wasn't technically, like, spawning any items in, that still feels like cheating to me. That's why I started a new world. This is, like, my 4th attempt at a new world. I've had some, pretty stupid deaths. It's like, I'm gonna be honest, I don't care how many times I die. I want to keep going with this, because I love this game. I would say this is my favorite game of all time. And honestly, now that I think about it, I guess I've kind of applied that mindset to just, you know, my own personal life. Even whenever I mess up, even whenever I make a mistake, like, obviously learn from that mistake. But don't, like, sit in it and just let it, I guess, just sit in my mind and essentially make me feel like a failure and that I'm just this terrible person or whatever. Because the fact is that I'm not. I'm not a terrible person. Even though that's essentially the feeling I have. It's not true. I guess I'll go a little bit into that and as to what I mean by that. So back in like early 2020, whenever I had given my life over to Christ, he essentially gave me a promise. And it was a pretty big promise that, sadly, at the time, I did not take very seriously. So much so that I had messed up. I basically did something that I should not have in regards to this promise. But the matter of the fact is that whenever I found out that I had messed up, like, obviously there was a part of me that's just like, oh my gosh. I'm like, I've screwed up. I've messed up. But the thing is that it's like, whenever you mess up, if the first thing that you want to do is just sit there and cry, it's like, I mean, I guess there is a time for, you know, you to essentially process, like, the done goof that you just pulled, but the main thing is essentially you gotta just pick yourself up, you gotta dust yourself off, and you gotta learn from your mistakes. And if there is anything to fix it, then do that. So, for example, with this situation, I basically, you know, got rid of that thing. Even though it was hard and it was tough, I did it out of obedience because I realized, like, this is not a good thing. This is not from God. But whenever I did, I found that, you know, it was a good thing for me to do that. I actually felt so much better after I had essentially cut ties with this thing. I have yet to see the full fruit of this promise of his, but I'm still choosing to remain faithful because I know it's a very good thing. He is still reminding me of it to this day. Just like, hey, you know, I haven't forgotten about this. This is still something that I have promised you. And so, I don't even find myself slipping at times and just wanting, essentially just wanting, because it almost feels like a hole that's just in me that, you know, it's like I want it to be filled. It's really hard, especially whenever, you know, there was a previous thing that like tried to fill the hole, and it like worked for a time, but it's not the puzzle piece doesn't fit the puzzle. That's essentially what porn was. Is that it was a puzzle piece that was not from the Lord. It's not from him. And, well, you know, he has better things for me. And so I've learned, especially just, you know, since living my life for Christ, is that, you know, I'm not a perfect human being. None of us are. No one was perfect. Well, besides Jesus Christ. I'll add another story onto it. Past couple of months, I had been really struggling when it comes to sexual immorality. Mostly with things, like, on social media. So, like, things I'd see on Instagram Reels or just anything like that. And whenever I fought my way instead of his way, I would succumb to those temptations and the feelings that I would get whenever I would see sexually perverted content. And so, fortunately, I've now gotten back into the groove of fighting how he wants me to fight. Or rather, dealing with it how he wants me to deal with it. It really taught me something. I'm gonna have to see things that I shouldn't be seeing. Especially if I want to stay on social medias like Instagram. Now, there's a lot of different things that I can do in my own ability to, like, guard myself from that. Like, for example, just getting rid of Instagram altogether. But I also realize that, you know, there's gonna be things in your life that you're just gonna see that are just, you know, that you just don't like. So, in regards to, like, sexually perverted things, like, what I've started doing now, which essentially is kind of my, I guess, battle strategy, if you want to call it that, is essentially whenever I see something that's sexually perverted, I essentially try and find something that is similar, but it's, like, good. That or, you know, just quote scripture. It's like, you can't necessarily, like, cower and shield yourself from it, like, all the time, 24/7. Because it's gonna come up eventually. So you just have to figure out a way on how to deal with it. And, well, one way that I've found that works best is quoting scripture. So, yeah. Hey! We found some diamonds. How many? Oh. Oh, aw. You gave me hope. I thought it was gonna be a big vein. You took that hope and you just absolutely crushed it. At least now I can make a pickaxe and an enchantment table. This might be a dungeon, actually. Hang on. Let's listen. Oh, yeah. Oh, here it is. Okay. Dealt with. Let's see. Name tag. Bread. Iron armor. Cool. Gold. Cat! I now have a pet cat. Comedy. There's another dungeon here? Dude, nice. I say let's go ahead and leave. Sort out what we got and I guess make a base of some kind.
Two bros chilling in the hot.
Just like that. Next time, I'm gonna work on this house and I'm gonna finish it, and then we'll go to the nether. But that said, I believe I'm done for today. Made some pretty good progress. I don't typically go about saying this, but if you enjoyed watching this and you want to see more, then consider subscribing. With that said, thank you for watching. I bid you adieu, and I hope you have a pretty amazing day.